Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot in Pagan Perspective. This week we're talking about Neo-Wiccans and Raymond Buckland. This one comes from the Coffee Time 4, and they write, what is the difference between Wiccans and Neo-Wiccans, and why do Neo-Wiccans not like Buckland? The reason I'm asking this is because of a particular channel I used to like until their video on Raymond Buckland and the Big Blue Book. I could understand that she does not like something, but could she have used better terms that would have been more tactful instead of saying words like stupid or in later comments crap? She started to call him sexist without giving any proof, and then went on to say that the questions at the end of each chapter were stupid without giving examples. In the comments, she mentions, I don't know. I've seen some people get really upset with Buckland. I don't like him, but I'm nowhere near some of the other Wiccans I've talked to, mainly Neo-Wiccans, to be honest. Houdini, stop hitting my... You're making my camera shake, or my phone shake. Okay. Anyway, so she leaves a link in the question, and I'll put that, of course, in the description, so you can go ahead and watch the video that we're going to be discussing this week. So basically, and just so you know, I'm petting a cat over here. It's starved for attention. So basically, she starts off her video with, going out and she got all these books and blah blah blah, and mentions the Big Blue Book. She said that she read some of it and really hates it. Doesn't like Raymond Buckland. Thinks he's a sexist. But she said that she she wants to read it so whenever people actually join her coven, that she knows where they're coming from and then can teach them the right way. Now, that automatically sent up a red flag for me, because who are you to tell somebody what's right and wrong in any pagan tradition? After all, unless you're starting a tradition of your own, you really can't say anything's right or wrong. In paganism, most people, are drawn to it from from like Christianity, or any of your monotheistic excuse me, religions. They're drawn to paganism because you can basically make your own syllabus. You can say, okay, this is what works for me, this is what I understand, this is why I want to do this way. In most monotheistic religions, you can't really do that. You have a governing uh, clergy, such as the Pope, with Catholicism. Uh, I mean, you have leaders in your chosen, you religious organization, and that's, who you answer to, and that's who pretty much sets the law as to, you know, I'm sorry, I have cats going all over the place here, but those are your governing laws of, this is what the religion, is, and this is how we perform our mass, or our church services. This is what we do, and this is what we believe. And it's basically, if you don't believe that, then you can just go to another religion altogether, or another denomination, whatever. So, anytime somebody says that this is right or this is wrong, you know, that already sends up red flags for me. So, as soon as she said that, it turned me off real quick, because who are you to say that your way is the correct way? With that being said, I will say that in the Big Blue Book, it seems to be, or at least to me, and I'm a fan of Buckland. I think he's laid the groundwork for a lot of pagans out there to actually be pagan, and to research what's true to them, instead of, you know, just saying, well, I believe in a deity, but I'm not really sure what to do, and I don't have anybody to guide me, so I'm just gonna take that out of my life. He's led people to discover who they are, and so I give him a lot of credit. He's up there with Gardner as being one of the people that paved the way for, paganism and Wicca to be a recognized religion in the eyes of many people. So it I do have a lot of respect for the guy. Don't get me wrong. Now, whenever it comes to the Big Blue Book, I have it. I've read parts of it. I've perused it. I've used what I need to, and then I move on. I approach it like I approach any other uh, type of pagan book, and that's, you look through it, you see what pertains to you, and you take into consideration the things that don't, and you go from there. If it totally pertains to you, then you use it. If it doesn't pertain to you at all, and you, after taking it under advisement, it still doesn't pertain to you, then you discard it. And you say, okay, this is why it doesn't pertain to me, but I can understand why some people see this, in a certain way. So, even though his book is, in my eyes, kind of a little too structured as to this is how you have to do it, I still have a lot of respect for him for what he's done for the pagan community as a whole. So calling him, sexist, or in her words, she said that he was an asshole. I don't think he is. I think, especially whenever, this book was first made or first published and everything, I think it was more of the fact of, okay, we have a lot of people that are very interested in this, and let's give them some sort of structure that they can wrap their head around. And then people will go from there to, mold their beliefs into something that fits them more personally. I think that's kind of where they were going with it. Not so much of this is how you must do it, or else you're not doing anything really. You're just doing a lot of, pretty movements. So I don't think that was his intent. I think his intent was more of, hey, people are new to this, they're trying to figure it out. Let's give them a guide to help them, but, kind of have a little bit more structured where they can have it less structured in the future. But right now, people need something to grasp onto as a leaping off point. So I think that's actually where that comes from. And whenever he's doing like the end of the chapter stuff, I think it's more of, okay, she mentioned like, draw a pentagram. Well, why would I do that? Or a pentacle, why would I do that? I think it's more of, hey, I just described this to you, in the exercise, do it so you know how to do it when you end up doing it. You may not be doing ritual right now, you may be studying, but this is how you draw a pentagram or a pentacle. So this is why I want you, this is what I want you to do. And he put those out there as like building blocks. Same thing as she mentioned the what color is a book of shadows? Well, he mentions in there, I guess, as green. And I don't remember the exact passage in the Big Blue Book, but he mentions it, I guess, as green. And she says, well, he gave the answer. Well, he's testing you. And for me, it wouldn't necessarily be green, even though that is actually the color of mine. For me, it would be black, because to me, that represents black. So I would actually disagree with certain points of Raymond Buckland in this point, on that point there. But I wouldn't say that he's wrong, because we're not governing factors of, this is what true paganism is. we're governing factors of what we believe, and only of what we believe. And if we're teaching somebody, we should be saying, this is what we believe to be true, and if you don't find it to be true for you, take it and run with it. Find out what's not true to you and figure it out from there. And then adapt it to something that you believe. So, I know this video is really long. I'm going to post it up just as it is, because I don't want to fiddle around with editing. So, hopefully you guys get this in time. I'm sorry that it's late. Again, it's like well, not extremely late, not like last week. But I'm sorry that it's late, because I've actually been working. I'm working 12s this week, and I kind of waited till the last minute to do this video. So, yeah, I just worked a 12-hour shift, and today's Cyber Monday, so there's a lot of eBay stuff going up. So I'm trying to get this done quick, and I don't really have time to edit and put it up and all that. So with that being said, may y'all have a great day and a better tomorrow. I'll talk to y'all next week. And until then, may your ancestors be with you. Bye-bye.